The next day, Alvin and Paris meet for the first day of their deal. Alvin isn't dressed accordingly, so Paris lets him wear her jacket. They walk through the halls together, immediately getting everyone's attention. Before we go any further, I think we need to establish something so that we can understand Alvin's future actions. As we know, Alvin is very smart.
On the computer. All the schematics have to be coded in HTML for the GM.
He builds cars and is genuinely good at it. However, something common among people with highly technical intelligence is a lack of social intelligence, for lack of a better word. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm the smartest person in the world, but I do have Asperger's. And when it comes to things that I'm highly fixated on, I become highly educated on them. I thrive in one-on-one interactions, but fitting into a group has been something that has not come natural to me at all. So in that sense, I can relate to Alvin. Alvin is socially awkward, lacks social skills, and seems to take people very literally. Since he also has little to no social proof, anything someone like Paris, who has a ton of social proof, says, he basically takes as law. For the first time, Alvin is around the popular kids, and he simply doesn't know how to read the room. This is displayed when Paris tries to make him look good, but he doesn't know how to really react to it, so he makes himself look even more awkward and weird.
There's a game tonight. Scoop me up at 6:30.
Oh, scooping you like Chunky Monkey.
Later, Alvin goes to Paris' house for their first date and he brings her flowers. Paris tells him that this is a nice gesture, and she also explains that he comes across as too nice, needy, and lonely. She tells him that in order to get women, he needs to act like he doesn't need them. I think Alvin's internal dialogue was probably something like,
Girls don't like nice guys. Act like I don't need her. Who does that? Drew. Maybe I should start acting like him.
Alvin doesn't immediately start acting like Drew, but from this point forward, you'll notice him slowly adopting more and more traits from people he views as cool. Paris is actually my favorite character in this film. Like I said earlier, I think she is the least performative out of all the popular kids. She never goes out of her way to talk to Alvin and his friends at the beginning, but she also never dismisses them. She sticks to the deal despite what everyone else thinks and defends Alvin whenever Tad picks on him.
Why are you with him? I'm rolling with Al. Because I'm with him, okay?
Yeah.
Most people probably would have taken Alvin's money and acted like they didn't know him the next day. Paris actually holds up her end of the deal.
Deal is off. Go. Be with your friends while they still claim you.
And unlike some people, I keep my promises.
You mean unlike Drew?
Are you okay? Alvin! I said we do something about it.
When Paris finds out that Alvin spent his camshaft money on her, she pays him back with a $1,500 makeover. I'm assuming that she probably spent like $1,200 on clothes using her mom's credit card and the other $300 on his hair and eyebrows. At this point, Paris is starting to feel Alvin, and Alvin is starting to feel himself. With his new style and status, Alvin begins growing in confidence.
Probably need to roll your pants up just a little bit.
Oh, see, he's a Sean John. So I gotta get my swang on.
Meanwhile, his younger sister Aretha has been quietly building a RICO case against him because she knows that something is not adding up. It's honestly hard to decide who is Alvin's biggest op in this movie, Aretha or Ted. I think I gotta go with Ted though, because at the end of the day, Aretha is still his sister, and Ted genuinely does not like this nigga. I actually think that Ted is performative too, just in a different way. His performance is not about fitting in, it's all about being perceived as the macho group leader. Drew used to be the most popular guy at their school. Ted clearly wants to fill that role. But unlike Drew, Ted is fucking trash. Every time he's getting cooked on the court, he blames it on Alvin's friends sitting in the popular section. My hypothesis is that just like Alvin begins copying Drew's behavior with women, Ted has also been trying to become the next Drew. As Alvin gains more popularity, he starts losing what once made him Alvin. So much so that he even starts going by Al Johnson. His parents begin noticing that his priorities aren't what they once were. His mother doesn't approve, but his dad does. Parents even gives Alvin condoms so that he can be ready for the night. But this was quite the awkward moment. The disapproval of his mother and the suspicion of his sister don't really matter to Alvin because the approval he's truly looking for is his father's. Later that night, Alvin and Paris go to a party. There's this white dude whose name I forgot who is working on a car while a bunch of girls admire him, even though they have no clue about the mechanics of what he's doing. Alvin steps in and fixes it using the condom his dad just gave him. Now all of those girls are admiring Alvin. What's interesting is that Alvin would have been able to do this before he ever became popular, but back then nobody would have cared. But now that a popular person is doing it and Alvin was able to do it as well, it suddenly becomes cool. Paris becomes visibly jealous, which tells us that she has grown attached to Alvin because when he gets done fixing the car, the girls start giving him extra attention. A day later, Alvin takes Paris on their first non-performative date. This is because this is the last day of their 2-week deal. He discovers that she secretly wants to become a singer, but hides that dream because she's trying to live up to everyone else's expectations of becoming an NBA player's wife. They end up at this open mic jazz club type of thing and genuinely connect. By the end of the night, it's obvious Paris has real feelings for Alvin. But this nigga is so socially inept that he misses the hint that Paris wants to kiss him, and he thinks that she's trying to plan for their fake breakup tomorrow.
Something that maybe we ought to do.
Okay. We'll break up first thing tomorrow morning. In the hallway.
Is this nigga serious?
Understandably, Paris is disappointed because while she had been falling for Alvin, Alvin still seems to be more interested in popularity than he is in her. The next day, they go through the breakup, but Alvin overdoes it. He even repeats the same free agent line Drew used earlier in the movie.
Ain't no we. Free agent, free agent, free agent.
That was cool.
Honestly, I don't think Alvin meant for this to come off as cruel as it did. The advice that Paris gave him earlier really stuck with him.
Wait, but you shouldn't have. Girls see a guy being too nice and it makes them seem lonely, desperate.
Right.
You know, make like you don't need me.
And ever since then, he has been trying to become the kind of guy he thinks someone like Paris would want. And in his mind, that guy is Drew.
Well, otherwise, you know how it is still. I'm a free agent.
Paris's friend Yvonne also shows interest in Alvin despite their rule against dating each other's exes. Earlier, Paris hinted that Yvonne secretly wanted to be her. Now we can see that this wasn't a reach.
But as the old saying goes, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are.
Well, as the new saying goes, tell me who your friends are, Yvonne, and I'll tell you who you want to be.
No, she didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, how you gonna fix that?
It's already fixed.
Oh, come on, Chad. You know when homegirl's all quiet and humble about it, it's because her rich and famous boo, Mr. Drew, paid for all that to be corrected, and he...
What happened to the fact that we wouldn't date each other's ex-boyfriends?
This ain't Burger King. You can't always have it your way.
Eventually, Alvin goes to Paris's house and tries to apologize, but she isn't trying to hear it. Alvin crosses the threshold when he starts bailing on his friends. They would usually hang out after school and work on the car that they had been building together. Because Alvin has gained new popularity, Alvin becomes too distracted to even think about them.
I mean, I said I was sorry. I got caught up. I was hanging with my friends.
Friends who gave you a pepperoni facial?
Walter, played by Kenan Thompson, is pretty forgiving towards Alvin. Chuck is too, to a certain extent. Cal, however, isn't so forgiving. But even then, they don't completely give up on him just yet.
Can't do it. Got plans.
Saturday then.
Saturday's not good for me either. You know what? Sunday afternoon. Oh, yeah.
Can you introduce me?
Oh, you better in 4th grade, remember?
He then tries to make things right with his friends. The problem is, he immediately does the exact same thing. He takes the car that they built together, gets distracted trying to impress Yvonne and everyone else, and completely forgets about his friends, then later expects them to understand.
Y'all know how it is when you butt naked with a little cutie, right? Yeah, right now.
They basically disfellowship this nigga like a Jehovah's Witness, and when they leave, Alvin tries to stop them. But he eventually tells them that he doesn't need them anyway. At this point, Alvin is completely gone. He has abandoned his friends, hurt Paris, spent the money for his future, and shaped his identity for people who never cared about him in the first place.